I'm gonna say this is probably the best product I've ever bought from Apple. First thoughts, impressions. Yeah, this would have been an unboxing video. I do this thing where I get too excited, so I open things right away. Didn't have a chance to even unbox this, show you guys. But there's like thousands of videos, you know, I'll keep it on the top of the screen. So I picked up, I guess first off, the base model 14 inch. So it's like the 8 core, 14 core GPU. So to editors out there, you guys know what that means. To other people that don't really care for that stuff, like myself, you're fine. You're fine with the base model. I guess I could have probably went for like the 1 terabyte SSD upgrade, which is maybe something I wish I did, but I mean, seeing that holy crap, I can't speak today. Seeing that I edit everything off like my SSD, that's like a terabyte. I don't really actually use anything on the computer itself, other than for like running apps. That's really it, just apps and like like video effects and all that stuff. But for the most part, all my stuff is stored on an SSD. I could have got the new charger. I think it's like a 96 watt charger for like, it was only like 20 bucks, but the estimated delivery. So I actually got this on opening day, or like the 26th of October. Yeah, if I opted in for the new charger, it would have came in like 2-3 weeks later. So ain't nobody got time for that. I didn't want to wait that long, so yeah, I stuck with the normal charger. But initial thoughts. So a little background or a little comparison. I was using the MacBook Pro M1, the MacBook Air M1, sorry, not the MacBook Pro. So a little less stronger of a machine. 8 gigs of RAM, just like the 500 gigs of storage, same thing. So to me, that guy, I mean, that machine right there, I was editing like 4K stuff, 4K video, sorry, but not heavy, like intensive video effects, I guess. And it got by. Like I was, like it was still exporting fast. It didn't feel slow. And I was using Premiere. So Premiere is actually not even that great when it comes to Macs. Yeah, so if you're on Premiere, I was using Premiere for the M1 Air. And so the base model of this, I mean, if this has better GPU, better CPU, more RAM, I actually get more RAM on this one. I had the 8 gigs before, now I'm at the 16 that came standard. Overall, it just would have been better than what I already had. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, cool, spend this much. I'm not trying to spend too much, it's just a laptop, like if you buy these every year, you're spending quite a bit of money. So yeah, I decided to go for the base model and I haven't looked back once. This guy's fast, this guy's quick, that's the same meaning. This guy's efficient, powerful. I don't know, that's the only words I know how to describe it. One of my favorite features about the MacBook Pro, the new one, the M1 Pros, is we get back these ports. So SD card slot is back. I still use SD card slots. I know people out there don't, or like they use like the CF Express. It's for like the high tech advanced cameras. HDMI port, you got another USB-C, 3 USB-C ports, MagSafe, and a headphone jack.
Nice.
Port's pretty standard. I mean, the last one I had 2 ports, like 2 ports total. Now I'm getting back a charger, 3 USB-Cs, and HDMI, SD card slot. So hey, no more dongles. I think those guys are done. Done to an extent. Like if you don't need dongles, I mean, you could still use them, but I'm good. I'm probably never gonna use that again. I hated it so much. It just was inconvenience to my life. But day-to-day use. So that's my favorite parts about this. It's not that thick. People say this guy's thick. Actually, yeah, no, it's pretty thick. So it's thicker than last models, but still light. It's not like, man, I'm picking this up, do all this stuff. It's light. I mean, that's why I went for the 14 inch. So the 14 inch is obviously a lot lighter than the 16 for obvious reasons, but to me, I needed something that was like on my desk. I'm able to like move upstairs to the kitchen, to the couch, and not have it like just right there. Yeah, so I used the M1 Air before, but then before that I was on the 16 inch, like the touch bar 16 inch MacBook Pros, and that guy was a little bulky to me. I think I said that in my last video, but this guy right here, still a lot lighter, still a lot thinner than that. It doesn't bother me at all. The weight is fine. Don't listen to people that say it's thick. It's not that thick. It's just average, It's a very fit looking laptop. The notch, so there's a lot of hate out there. There's a lot of hate from people that don't like the notch. I think a lot of the hate maybe stems from people that haven't used it. They've probably just seen it. I mean, for me myself, I can speak on that too. I I wasn't a fan of the notch at first. I was kind of like, it's just a little gimmicky, but after using it for a bit, I don't mind it. You know, like you don't even see it. Like I'm not staring at the notch. The notch is like the top of the screen. Whatever. It's like a nice place to put the menu bar items, which that's fine by me. So that's why I guess it's the 14 and not 13 inch. They were able to get maybe an extra inch from the notch being utilized as a screen now, I guess you could say. No, the screen's fantastic. The notch, whatever, I don't notice it. There's apps out there. There's actually one called Top Notch. So if you download it, it's free. It just makes it a black bar. Yeah, so it's a black bar on the top. So your notch is just gone. Don't have to look at it. If you're complaining about it, just download it and just go on with life. And with the ports, I mean, with SD card slots being back, I love it. Like I was saying, people use CF Express, but for me, I'm still running on the A7 III. Still SD card slots, and this slot has been more useful than ever. I don't have to worry about bringing a dongle or finding a USB-C cord just to plug the camera into the computer if I ever forget the dongles. Because like the battery life itself, it's not better than last year's, but it's better than the Intel MacBooks. So the Airs and the Pros from last year, the M1s, those guys lasted all day. But this guy, I guess, it probably lasts, I'd say like 25% less than what the other ones were. So for myself, I start off my day with like a Zoom meeting or, you know, a Teams meeting at 9 a.m. That's pretty much when I'm unplugged at 100%. And from there, you kind of just go on the day, you know, I'll do that. I do like video edits throughout the day, photo edits, browsing the web using Chrome, not Safari. Chrome's actually more of a battery user, battery hogger. It just uses more battery than Safari. So I'm using Chrome. I'm actually able to get through most of the day. Most of the work day. I mean, I could probably get to like 5 or 6 with like heavy use, and then maybe I'll plug in again. What other features? Oh, so the display. The display is actually quite fantastic, if I must say. It uses like a ProMotion thing. It just makes things like smoother when you're scrolling. So I know Chrome doesn't support it yet. Safari actually doesn't support it yet. But whenever these apps start supporting it natively or within the app, I feel like just browsing the internet would be a lot more, ooh, that message, sorry. Browsing the internet will be a lot more smoother just with the ProMotion being more supported, I guess, widely. I used to use my computer in clamshell mode, and so that's when you like close it, plug in the cords into here, and then you just use it as if it was like a desktop. Nah, I had to, well, I didn't pick this up because I already had this before, but more often than not, I'm actually now just using this. You know, if you don't have one, I highly recommend getting one. It's good for your posture too. And you know, I feel like I have bad posture some of these days. So I'll have it plugged into my computer and have it on here. But yeah, if you already have one of these, I definitely recommend getting it. They're like 20 bucks on Amazon. Speakers are amazing. I still think the 16-inch probably has the best speakers for anything. Well, I'm guessing the new ones probably have way better than those ones. The MacBook Air kind of sounded a little tinny, but still good. But this guy, it's bassy, you know. I didn't think a 14-inch would be a bassy sounding computer. Oh yeah, the keyboard. If you guys want to see, this is what the keyboard sounds like. The fingerprint scanner is really nice. It feels better than like the ones before. The other ones just felt like a little piece of plastic there, but this actually has a little circle for where your finger goes in the fingerprint scanner. Yeah, if you guys are out there, if you're debating on this, I mean, I'm not gonna say get it. I'm saying if you have the money, if you need it, get it. Cause the Air, yo, you could pick up the Air. You could pick up like the MacBook Pro from last year for half the price and still go on with your day. So I'm saying if you don't need the ports, if you don't need the power, and like you don't, like if you're a student, man, if you're a student, I definitely recommend just getting the Air still or getting the Pro from last year. This guy right here, like it's more than enough for your average person, but if you're someone out there that has maybe, you know, a little more disposable income, you need a little more power just for photo edits, video edits, definitely go for this if you meet all the criteria, yeah. Okay, so I'm editing the video right now, and that was so weird. What the heck was that? Criteria? What? All the criteria, yeah. If you're a student or if you're just looking for a new laptop, I'd say still get the Air, it's still fine. Alright, so if you liked the video, subscribe. My name's Kris. If you liked the video, give a thumbs up. If you hated it, thumbs down, then press it again, then press thumbs up. Apparently, if you thumbs it down twice and press thumbs up, it's a double thumbs down. Try it out, try it for yourself.